Marriage. It's sold as the ultimate dream, white dress, vows, happily ever after. But why is it that so many of these fairy tales end in disaster? Divorce rates skyrocket, couples feel trapped, and the love they promise turns into resentment. Is marriage broken, or are we doing it wrong? Let's talk about the one thing that makes marriage feel like a scam. It's not about the wedding, the honeymoon, or even finding the right person. It's something deeper, and if you don't fix this first, marriage is doomed before it even begins. Here's the uncomfortable truth: most people walk into marriage hoping it will fix their lives. They believe love will magically heal their insecurities, fill the gaps in their happiness, and provide endless validation. But marriage isn't a solution, it's a magnifier. It amplifies everything you bring to it: your fears, your traumas, your unresolved issues. Think about it. If you don't love yourself, how will you handle someone else's love? If you can't communicate your feelings, how will you handle conflict? If you're afraid to be alone, are you marrying for love, or because you're terrified of the alternative? Most people don't ask themselves these questions. They just leap in, blinded by romance and promises, and expect the other person to do the emotional heavy lifting. But that's where everything falls apart. The real scam isn't marriage, it's the belief that your partner will save you from yourself. They can't. No one can. Here's the raw reality: marriage only works when both people walk in as whole individuals. That means confronting your baggage before you tie the knot. It means learning how to love yourself so fiercely that your partner's love becomes a bonus, not a crutch. You want a marriage that lasts. Fix your relationship with yourself first. Stop looking for someone to complete you and start becoming the kind of person you'd want to marry. When two complete people come together, marriage isn't a trap, it's freedom. But when you skip this step, you're setting yourself up for failure. You'll demand things from your partner that they can't give. You'll resent them for not being your savior. And you'll spend years wondering why the dream turned into a nightmare. Ask yourself this: are you ready for marriage, or are you just afraid of being alone? Because the difference between those two mindsets will decide whether your marriage is a blessing or a curse. So, if you're thinking about marriage, or already in one, stop and reflect. Fix yourself first. It's not easy, but it's worth it. Because when you do, you won't just have a marriage. You'll have a partnership that's unshakable. Tag someone who needs to hear this today. And if this made you think differently, hit share, because the world needs more conversations like this.